Now, I'm pretty sure everybody's been locked up in a place where there was one or two officers that you wouldn't mind putting your hands on, right? There's always a handful of them guards that like to abuse their authority and take it farther and beyond and bully inmates. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about the time that an inmate sat back patiently after he couldn't take no more and decided to get back in revenge and put his hands on a prison guard. So let's do it. Dom the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step two, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today I'm gonna be talking about an inmate getting his revenge on a prison guard who he finally had enough of. All right. For those that don't know, when you're incarcerated, it ain't gotta be a prison. It could be a jail. It could be a detention facility. It could even be something when you're a juvenile. One thing about it, there will always be guards in there that are crooked. Crooked in a good way or crooked in a bad way. All right. Now, one thing I will let you know through my bid and how it was, while I was locked up is I seen plenty of guards abuse their authority, bully inmates, try to get away with what they can. There was always a saying that 9 times out of 10 people who are correction officers are people who were bullied in school, so they want their get backs because they were, picked on throughout their life, or they were bullies in school and they want to continue to bully people and they know they can't do it in the free world out there, so they want to do it to inmates. Because one thing about it, and y'all know this is facts, coming from an inmate, it's hard to use your voice, which means them guards can cover up anything if they want to. And sometimes, it gets put out there. Sometimes it hits the news. Sometimes the guards get caught, but just imagine how many, they got away with until it finally came out. You see what I'm saying? And I've seen plenty of guards, try the best they can to bully inmates. I've had some of them try to pick on me, once upon a time, and try to say little disrespectful slants and little, just try you, like, they want it if you were in the streets. You feel me? So I had a homeboy of mine. This was at one of my very first institutions I did while I was in prison. And little background story about my homeboy is he was from a place down here in Florida called Hope Sound. All right. And he never really picked on nobody. He stayed to himself. He was a cool dude for the most part. What he liked to do was draw. He was real good at drawing. Like you could tell him an idea, something, and he'd literally sketch that shit together, bro. If you caught him with contraband or if they did a shakedown and they found something illegal that he wasn't supposed to have in his locker or on him, it'd be like color pencils or markers or an eraser, like certain things like that. He'd have things that, he enjoyed using, rather than getting caught with cigarettes or dope or phones or knives. He was more like he was good at drawing, and I've came across some of the best artists while I was incarcerated. Now, he would mind his business, draw all the time. You just throw an idea out there and he'll sketch that shit up for you and come back and be like, oh, what you think? And then he'll go ahead and he'll hit it, shade it in real good with the pen, the color pencils, stuff like that. Now, as far as how it went with the guard is, I always observed a guard, trying different people. But for some reason, I would see this same guard, like if he was on shift and I seen the guard, it would make me look to see where my little dog was at. Because I knew he was probably going to pick on him if he seen him. He was doing flaw shit, things to where you could only take so much. Like mail time, he'd give him an envelope with the mail missing. Give him just an empty envelope, like his family just sent him an empty envelope. They call that a ghost letter. I've had guards try me like that while in confinement. Give you a straight up envelope that your family filled out, but the letter's missing in it. Talking about, oh, that's all their family must have sent. No, they took the letter. They're playing with your mail. Come around and this homeboy of mine now, let me mention this. I remember when I first met him, he was cleaning the dorm. He was always like, it was like he worked for that officer, so me not knowing, I thought like he was his orderly. Orderly is like a person that
does what the guard tells him. Like, you work for the specific officer, you're their orderly, you know. I thought that was like his job title, but what it was is that guard chose to bully him and pick on him. So throughout the months of him working with this officer, that wasn't even his job title. That was just the guard being, you know, a dick and coming there and taking him out of his dorm every day to make him do some like slave work. You know, bring him around, make him cut grass. You know what I'm saying? Bring him to different dorms, make him scrub the bars on everybody's windows or go in the bathroom. You know, like he'd walk in a dorm with this inmate and he'd go in there to talk to a guard, another officer, and they'd be in there talking, and while they're in there, he'd say, here, boom, go scrub the shower. And he'd be in there talking to another officer while he's got my little homeboy scrubbing a shower that he ain't even in this dorm. You see, like he was just like real flawed like that, you know? And I guess my little dog, you know, he put up with it for some time, you know, just because, you know, you feel like you can't beat the guards. And to a certain extent, it is true. You know, even if you do beat them, you know, you're going to get written up, you know, and they're going to try to flip it around to where your ass gets bammed when it comes to being sentenced. So I guess regardless from the little things I'd see him trying him, and, you know, like he literally would like come in and whistle. And when he'd whistle, the little homeboy I knew, he would get up and go run over. Like that was his call. Like, bro, I would have told the guard off rip, bro. If it was me, like, bro, I ain't no dog, bro. I'm not coming for no whistle, bro. Like, I'm not no dog. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he felt like the guard, from the threats that the guard would tell him or the promises the guard would call him, I guess he felt like the guard could do more than just put him in confinement. Or even if going to confinement, you're still not going to get away from him. Or, you know, he had it out for him. So he would just bully him, try him, constantly pick on him. You know what I'm saying? I felt like anytime he wanted to, like, make an example of someone, he'd take it out on him. He'd come in the dorm having a bad day of whatever's going on with his wife on the streets, and he literally would, like, straight up be, like, rude, like, each bunk as he's walking through the dorm doing his rounds. And then once he gets to his bunk, he's gonna knock whatever's in his hand and scream at him, grab him by his shirt, yoke him up. You know, like, things that is, you know, forbidden, like, on my end. Like, I'm not letting a guard just try me any kind of way, grab on me any kind of way. You know, they know who to do it to, and they know who they can get away with that shit with. And that's what this guard was doing. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, somebody can only take so much. So one night, I'm sitting there chilling. You know, I got my MP on. I'm just laid back. It's lights out in the dorm, which means everybody's supposed to be going to bunk. I was in an open bay at this time. Got my MP on. I'm sitting back just chilling and shit, listening to music. You know, at nighttime, you observing everything that's going on. You see all the little cherries lit from everybody that's smoking where they're sitting at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like calm, you know, hanging out, you know, and just, you know, doing their time. And I look over at my little dog. And when I look over at him, I thought he was just, you know, it looked like he was sitting up. It looked like he was just sitting on his bunk in the dark over there. But from what I could see is he was moving. It looked like he was rocking back and forth. You know, like just sitting straight up. And it looked like he was rocking back and forth, right? So I don't really think nothing of it or anything, you feel me? So boom, you know, I got a little female that I was talking to at the time. I got her on my phone. Next thing you know, I'm on the IMO app. I go into the back stall, you know, we having fun. She with a little FaceTime, a little sex over the phone type stuff. And as I'm in the back stall, you know, doing my 1-2, he comes in the bathroom and he's crying. He doesn't know that I'm in the back stall doing whatever, you feel me? So when I hear the crying and I look up, you know, I look up and I see it's him crying, and he's like, he's got both his hands on the sink and he's got the water running and he's crying, and then he like yells at the water like, you know, not loud enough to wake nobody up, but it was like he just wanted to release anger. You know what I'm saying? So I observed that and I'm like, damn, what bro got going on? You feel me? So I was like, you know, I'll talk to him tomorrow, see if he's all the way there and shit. You know what I'm saying? See what he's, you feel me? Next day comes, boom, you know, same thing. He was still a cool dude, you know, doing his little 1-2, you know, this and that, you know, for the most part. But I didn't really see him that much that day because he was gone the whole day with that guard. That guard came and took him out of the dorm and brought him wherever he brought him. So, you know, I never really got to say nothing to him. You feel me? I didn't really think about it as much. Same thing happens. Next night, I'm laying there listening again, not thinking anything about him or nothing. I look over, I see him rocking like that again, you know, in the dark. So I'm starting to think, I'm like, damn, the reason he's rocking is because he's over there crying. You feel me? He's crying. Like he's fed up with whatever he's going through, you know? And I was like, damn, you know, like I need to talk to bro. You feel me? I literally took my MP, like my headphones out, and got up and was gonna go over there and walk and talk to him, like go over there and holler at him. You feel me? Like, hey bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? And I guess he waits till the lights go out so he can cry and relief, you know, get rid of the stress and everything he's got built up. You feel me? You don't want no one to see him crying, so he waits till nighttime. So as I'm undoing my headphones, somebody came up to me, started talking to me about something, this and that, and I got distracted and went about my, didn't even go over there like I meant to do. Next day comes, early in the morning, breakfast time. Lights come on, boom. As soon as the lights come on, I open my eyes and I was like laying on my bunk, but I was facing that way. So when I opened my eyes, when the lights came on, it like caught me, you know, centered attention to where I was looking towards his bunk. And it made me realize, oh shit, you know, damn, I need to holler at bro. So when I went to get up, he already had left to go to chow with everybody. Cause that's how it works when they, you know, lights on and then boom, chow, 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 last time for chow. And then the door opens and everybody's running to the door. Cause depending on what guard you get inside the officer station, if that door closes, they won't reopen it. So if you're like third in line and there's 15 people behind you, you're supposed to push the door open more and more for the next person behind you. Keep the door in rotation before it closes all the way. You feel me? So, you know, he already went out. So everybody went out. So I'm like, fuck it, you know, like, I'm like, I ain't really, you know, finna run them down or nothing like that. But I was like, you know what, I'll go to breakfast though. So boom, I walked to breakfast. I go there, we had coffee cakes, a banana, a little scoop of oatmeal, a little thing of like juice. It was nectar. It wasn't like, you know, or it was concentrate. It was either nectar or concentrate. So we're, you know, I'm just eating my breakfast and everything like that. We go to leave. I see him sitting over there. He's eating. He's all by himself and everything. But he looked like sick to me. He looked like he wasn't normal. He looked like he was cold, like he had the chills or the shakes. You know, like I could tell, like maybe he didn't get a good night's sleep last night or something. Like he looked like he's starting to get anorexic or something. You know, he just looked like he wasn't all the way there. As we're walking back from the chow hall, next thing you know, we go in the dorm. That guard was inside the dorm. So as soon as we walk inside the dorm, I come around the corner. There's a fight going on inside the day room. And it is this inmate on top of this guard, crying while he's hitting them. And the guard's trying to get him off. The guard hit the panic button and everything. He's screaming and crying. He grabbed, while he's on top of the, like I didn't see the first swing when he attacked the guard, because when you walk in the door, you walk in, you got the phones hanging up, and then it's like a wall, and you got to go around the wall, and then there's all the beds where everyone lives, and then in an angle is the day room. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, and it's loud as it is, people talking and shit. So as we walk in, we know we're talking, hold the door for the next person, keep going, bend the corner, see there's a fight going on, and I see it's him on top of a guard. You feel me? And I'm like, oh shit, you know, like at the same time, you know, let him get it off his chest, you know. Even if everybody breaks it up, you know, which a couple people tried to jump on there and break it up, he's still gonna get whatever punishment he's gonna get. You feel me? Don't matter if he hits him 1 time or 15 times. He's still getting the same punishment. So you might as well, since you done, you know, crossed that line, you might as well take it there. So he was beating this officer, and the officer could not get him off of him. And all he was doing was crying and couldn't understand shit he was saying while he was hitting the guard. And the guard, of course, hit the panic button, like I said. But before the guards got in there, he grabbed the guard's radio, slammed it against the wall in the TV room, and then he rolled on top of the inmate and hit the inmate a couple times. And then that's when the inmate like screamed, like and gave it all he could to like push this guard up off of him. And then when the guard got up and he went to pull out his little pepper spray shit, when he went to pull his can, the inmate tackled him inside the day room, and they started rolling around. It was like a one-on-one fade between inmates and a guard. Like it was like a straight head up fade, you know what I'm saying? He was fed up. And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, 1 or 2 people try to break it up, but most people just let that shit ride, because since it's a guard and an inmate, you go near that shit, boy, they're taking you to confinement. You know, even if you're the one yanking him off the guard, they're gonna rewind the cameras and they're gonna take him to confinement for hitting the guard, and they're gonna take everyone else to confinement that was like around the fight. See what I'm saying? So I ain't want nothing to do with that shit. I just got out of the box not that long ago, you feel me? And I already knew, you know, what it was. I seen and peeped the guard always bullying him, always picking on him, trying him, disrespecting him, you know, and he knows this guard more than anybody because he's with the guard all the time. You know, that right there should tell you. He works with this guard. He's with this guard every single day, and the guard comes to the dorm to try him and insult him and pick him up, even when he's not like, registered, like assigned to work for that guy. That just shows you how the dude was bullying him. So me and a bunch of other inmates, when they beat his ass and took him to confinement, they didn't whoop him in front of us, but we know they whooped him. They came in there like the fucking Klan. They came in there like 15, 20 deep, rushed everybody, pulled out gas, and started spraying. They sprayed in the air to where the whole open bay dorm was, suffering from it. Everybody had to grab shirts, cover their face, coughing and everything, to where eventually they had to escort all of us out of the dorm and open up all the windows, because they basically maced the whole dorm due to this situation because a guard got hit. You know what I'm saying? So as we're out there, everybody's coughing and gagging and shit from them gassing, As we're out there, they take him to confinement. But damn right well they beat him first before they brought him there. And then me and a bunch of other inmates signed up to be a witness on his DR, as far as like just trying to put a word in to bring it to their attention that even if he hit the guard first, yeah, he's wrong for that. But you got to look at the abuse, the way that the guard was going out of his way to just like to directly target this one inmate. You get what I'm saying? That'd be like a cop from a different county coming in your neighborhood constantly and then arresting you. You'll be like, bro, he's literally targeting me. He don't work over here in this location. He's not ordered in this section. What is he doing over here? Like I don't work for him. He don't, that's basically what it was. This guard was taking advantage of that inmate. He knew he had one that was scared, didn't want to get no more time, and he pushed him over the edge. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is when they took up the confinement, they come back and then they take your bedroll, they fold your mat, they take all your shit, all your property and everything like that. They actually found in a composition book he was been writing for like the last 2-3 months, keeping tabs on how the guard's been treating him and shit like that. And he literally wrote like 2 months ago what day it was he was gonna attack this officer. Like he had it all planned and everything, the day he was gonna do and why. But the whole crazy thing is he had a knife. He didn't get to the knife in time, you feel me? So he wanted to do more to the guard than he actually did. But hey, I still salute him though for doing what he needed to do. At the end of the day, I know you're going to get more time, they're going to beat you, but they can give you that without you even touching them. That pen is powerful. Them guards get away with so much stuff. They could just not like you. You understand? And then to be a guard, abusing your authority, picking on an inmate constantly, doing shit like this, I feel like the guard got what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? He's lucky 4 or 5 other inmates didn't just jump on him also and just start beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? But that inmate held it in as long as he could until he had enough. Pressure bust pipes. At the end of the day, you keep poking and poking and poking and poking and poking. Before you know it, that person's going to get aggravated. And it takes, more, certain people sometimes, it takes more, depending on who the person is, before they snap. This was him snapping. And he didn't tell nobody he was going to do it, but he just jotted down like a journal. And in the journal, they used it in his DR hearing, along with our statement saying that the guard picked on him. So that same guard, they relocated him. He didn't work at our camp no more. We never seen him again after that. They didn't fire him, but they just relocated him. So he'll go bully some inmates somewhere else, wherever else he got relocated at a different institution. But it did get him around from where we were at. You see what I'm saying? And all our DR, witness things is just to say like, oh, we know for a fact he's a good inmate, he sticks to himself. He wasn't a gang member or no shit like that. He sticks to himself. The guard was known for always picking on him. And that made them want to look into it. Like, okay, so there's history here. It isn't just like he just went down there that day and got into it with that inmate. Like, how does that inmate know of him? And then when they went through his property, they found that damn journal in that composition book. And that kind of like helped him probably to where he didn't get no ad charge. Or he may have got an ad charge. I don't know. Never seen him again. But I'm pretty sure that that book could have helped him or could have went against him because it showed that he was like plotting. But at the same time, he had record of, today he did this, today I went and did this, and that's bullshit that I gotta do. Like, he kept tabs on every single thing that guard had him doing and what the guard would do, like, to discipline him, to try him. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy shit. Walking up and down the, picking up trash along the whole compound for no reason. That's what you do to people who got in trouble or who are assigned to that, who are assigned to inside grounds. That's their job, to clean inside grounds. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, if you get caught talking, walking to the chow hall, they might yell at you, pull you out of line, throw some gloves at you and tell you to pick this shit up. And then you got to walk around and pick up any type of trash or anything you see until he says, that's it, go back to your dorm. But just to have an inmate that isn't assigned to that, you know, every single day you're going there and you're pulling him out of wherever he's at just to do that, you know, like, is disrespectful. It's bullying. And that inmate did what he's supposed to do. You know, some people may agree, some people might disagree. You know, I know a lot of people that watch these videos know if they was in that same type of situation, they would have probably did the same thing. You know, you can only take so much. You can only turn your head and accept so much, you understand? But then after a while, bro, you know, you got to do something about it. You can't just let these guards treat you any kind of way. Like me, I've been to confinement so many times just because if a guard talks to me the wrong way, I'm going to address it off rip. Like, you know, people might try to like not word things as bad or try to like be nice and not rude to guards because they don't want to go to confinement. You know, everybody tries to be nice to the guards at first because you're trying to avoid going to the box, avoid going to lockup. But one thing about it, Frog, I will go to confinement and I will tell you this. You might as well go ahead and cuff me, Sarge. I'll tell them straight up before I allow them to disrespect me. Like I've told it before in different videos where one time I had a guard, he tried to tell me to turn around and put my nose in the corner. And I told him, man, I ain't on that shit, bro. I ain't no kid, bro. He's like, turn around right now, put your face in the corner. I said, look, bro, I'll stand in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll stand up against the wall, but I'm not turning around and putting my face in the corner, bro. That's it. Like, you could tell me to go stand over there, and that ain't that bad. But when you tell me to turn around and put my nose in the corner, like you want the wall to be touching my face, like, bro, I'm a grown man, bro. Fuck them cuffs, fuck the box. Let's run it. You know? Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, I'll feel a whole lot better in confinement knowing that I ain't put my face in that corner. You know what I'm saying? So there's guards in there that want to try to belittle you. And then when they try to belittle you, know, you could try to like kill them with kindness and act like it doesn't bother you. But when they know that's what you're trying to do, they'll try harder and harder and harder. And you're either going to, you know, break or fold. Or you're not gonna bend. It's those are the only three routes you can really go with. You know what I'm saying? And I let them know off rip. You know, like it ain't happening. I ain't putting my face in no corner, bro. I'm a grown ass man, bro. I ain't no little kid, bro. You got me fucked up. This is adult prison. There's no way I'm putting my nose in no corner. See? Like, you gotta man up. And then sometimes, you know, even I wanted to, you know, rough up a couple prison guards because of the bullshit they be doing. I know they be doing bullshit on purpose. You know, they pick and choose. They know who to mess with. You know, it's like they hunt on the weak just to feel good, and they'll use the weak as examples. So when there's other people that they won't try that with, they'll make an example of a weak person. So the other people who won't try that see that and think, oh, look how this guard is. Oh, he don't play. He's nothing to fuck with. But really, they're picking on the weak, bro. That's how they do it. And I feel like he got what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? That boy gave it to him, tackled him, and everything. Was on that boy, pat, 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 pat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, that's all I got for y'all in this video right here. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comment section. Don't be shy now. Throw your opinion in there. If y'all agree with what he did, disagree, whatever it is, that's what the comment section's for. You know what I'm saying? And everybody pays attention and reads the comments. That's one thing about Kfrog TV. But like I said, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. But like I always say before I go, make sure you keep them rat squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, and them bullying ass COs, man. The ones that be trying to take advantage and abuse their authority and get over on inmates just because they got a badge and they can get away with it. Man, keep them all at your circle, man. Till next time, you already know this, the one and only. I am my team, Frog.